In 1991, NYU psychologist Gabriele Oettingen tracked a group of obese women through a year-long weight loss program, and the ones who spent their nights vividly imagining their thinner, successful future selves lost over 20 pounds less than the women who barely fantasized at all. That result should not make sense. Positive thinking was supposed to be the whole game. Instead, the women dreaming hardest about success were the ones who struggled the most to actually achieve it. Oettingen ran the same pattern past students, job seekers, and people trying to quit smoking, and it held every time. In a 2009 study, unemployed job seekers who fantasized the most about landing a great new role sent out fewer applications and were less likely to be employed months later. Her explanation was that the brain does not fully separate imagined success from real success. When you picture yourself thin, hired, or focused, your body responds with a small relaxation response, as if the goal is already handled. Motivation drops right when you need it to rise. We post 3 of these every day, so subscribe if you want the next one on how your brain fakes progress before you've made any. Because here is the pattern interrupt. Oettingen didn't tell people to stop dreaming. She told them to dream, then immediately picture the exact obstacle standing in their way, in that specific order. She called it mental contrasting, and she built it into a 4-step tool named WOP, which stands for wish, outcome, obstacle, plan. You picture the wish, feel the best outcome for about 20 seconds, then flip hard into the single biggest internal obstacle blocking you, and finally set an if-then plan to handle it. The whole exercise takes roughly 90 seconds. Comment below the goal you'd run through WOP tonight, because the order genuinely changes the outcome. Oettingen tested it directly. People who only listed obstacles without picturing the wish first showed no improvement at all, and people who only fantasized without naming an obstacle performed worst of anyone in the study. It was the collision of the two, wish then obstacle, back to back, that mattered. In her later trials, students using WOP for study habits doubled the number of hours they spent preparing for exams, and dieters using it ate healthier meals nearly twice as often as a control group given standard positive thinking scripts. The technique has since been tested in German schools, Berlin hospitals, and among New York City public school students below the poverty line, with the same doubling effect showing up again and again. So those women in 1991 were not lacking willpower. They were missing the one ingredient that turns a fantasy into fuel, which is naming exactly what will get in the way before it happens. Hit the bell so this lands in your feed tomorrow, because the next one covers the specific obstacle Oettingen says sabotages almost everyone in the first 48 hours of any new goal.